Um. Okay, hold on. Starting to come back. We were sent out by the Tomorrow Legion to investigate why our communication had stopped with a certain city or town. And when we got there, we found out that one of their people, like their hunter person who did their scouting and transferred messages and communication and supplies, I think, was acting really weird. And we went and investigated his home, which was on the outside of town, and found out that he had a mechanical parasite that had crawled in from the back of his neck and was controlling him. And when we got that out, I don't know if it turned into some sort of crazy flying machine thing that we killed, or if it sent out a signal that called those things, but we put those down, and now we're trying to figure out what those things are, where they came from, and why they are infecting people, I guess.
Can we look at it? Maddie, everything to add in?
No, no, I don't. What actually, I do have something to add in. We annoyed Lord Coke.
Forgot about Lord Coke. I think that I broke something important.
Yeah, in his office. He
Yeah.
kinda did. There we go.
She's, aren't you like a cat lady, Jen?
I'm a werecat.
Yep, very bad kitty.
I mean, did you have to ask?
Well, it's either werecat, cat person, or Genasi. So.
Yeah, give me a second. I realized in my retelling that I actually have some things not prepared. So first thing I want to show is North America. America. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. This is the good old USA, North America. So, for your direct attention, let's see. Can I play over here? Anyways, direct attention to my little green arrow. So that is Castle Refuge, which you can see what it looks like by looking at that little line that goes up to the top left. But that is where our game takes place. That is where we are. You are all, well, you two are members of the Tomorrow Legion to help and essentially build the Legion up to be able to survive the Federation of Magic as well as the Coalition. Now, as you might notice, Mike, the CS Missouri, CS Cheetown, CS El Dorado is Coalition State territory. So you actually reside and live in the Coalition State territory. So eventually, they might come knocking. But for right now, they're doing their own things. The giant blue thing to the right is the Federation of Magic. That is where a lot of magical craziness occurs. All right. Let me do one thing, which is prep my notes because I am horrible note taker.
You're not a horrible note
No,
taker.
I really am. It's one thing I need to improve on my games because I know the story beats of this game we're playing, but I don't remember the details of what happened last game. That is my fault. So.
Oh, well, I mean, well, don't beat yourself up. It's been, what, 2 months?
That's so sweet. I should know by writing down. I do this after all our other games right now. Is after the game, I take time to actually write down what the hell happened. But this game, I guess I didn't do it for some odd reason. So we're gonna go with the what we do know is that Lord Coke has asked this small team composed of a cyber knight, his, I would say, apprentice, as well as a cat lady.
Just a lady. Just a
lady.
woman. Just a person.
Okay, a woman. As well as another person. I can't remember what Frank's character is, so we'll look that up right now. But you two have been tasked to uncover why a team has not come back in, which was the thing. Another team was late to arrive into the Castle Refuge complex, and he wanted you to go ahead and investigate why they're not here, why they haven't returned, was the original reason why you went out. So when you went off to the, I believe it was a little bit of the north, you came across their last known location where they kind of raided in at. You went there, which led you to this home that had this machine bursting out of the ground with the giant tentacle that was wrapped around someone's spine. And if you give me a second, I can actually show you what that machine looked like. So I'll get this real quick. Do any of you have any questions about me or the game?
I hope you weren't saying that like Maddie's character was the apprentice.
Yeah, Maddie's character was the apprentice.
There.
Oh, what are you listening for? There it is. All right.
Oops.
Shave. That is what came out of the ground. So, while he went to investigate this this person, half his home exploded as this machine erupted from under the ground and flew off, came back around, and I believe was about to start shooting at all of you, or maybe half shot at all of you before one of you took it down, I think, in the first attack. But it was taken down, and it did explode, hit the ground, and everything just shattered and utterly demolished itself in its crash. So, I think the best thing is just to pick up from there. So, all of you find yourselves. Well, we'll say you two. We'll bring you in a minute here, Mike. But you two find yourselves overlooking this scene, this area of utter destruction, as this flying machine roared, being split into. I believe it was actually Frankster that did this. The machine was struck asunder by the weapons fire from one of you, hit the ground, and exploded into sparks, shrapnel, and fire.
And that explosion killed Hudson.
There you go. In that scene, Hudson was running away, but couldn't do it in time, and the machine just roared and somersaulted into him, taking him down.
Yeah, that's much better than his original death.
So, oops.
And how big was this machine again, Paul? If I remember, it was quite small.
No, the wingspan, if you look at the picture, is probably around, I would say, 8 feet. I guess compared to like a normal flying vessel, yes, it would be. But
Yeah.
this one, no. It was this wingspan by 8 feet.
It was bigger than us, but
Yes.
smaller than like a spaceship.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to take my Psy sword and cut into it.
Okay.
See what's inside it.
When it crashed, hit the ground, it really demolished itself. And so as you're walking up to the pieces of this thing, Bronx, you really can't come across any semblance of navigatable wreckage to really discover much.
Pieces of Hudson, though.
But we'll do this. I'll allow the first roll of the game. How about all of you go ahead and give me a common knowledge roll?
I'm so good at this.
All right, I will do names now because this will have an OCD go off.
So I really want to use these dice, which might come into play, but I've never used these. These are a new set that I've never used, so I'm going to use these for now. Well, I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Fantastic.
On a d6 and I rolled another 4.
You keep on going.
So that's a 9 and a 9.
It's a raise. 2 raises. Well, here's what the raises are going to tell you. Is that this machine, as you're looking at it, and as I would say Bronx is poking around, investigating, one thing you're understanding, Bronx, is that a large part of the plating of this machine is made up of different colored material. As you're looking at it, you're recognizing that a lot of its actual material shape, that shaped part of its body, was repurposed to essentially design itself. And let me put this into better words. I'm kind of making myself sound confusing right here. It has salvaged itself to repair. The machine itself is not all of the same material. I guess it's the best thing to say it. It has been repaired, rebuilt, or built itself with different materials.
Like patched itself up with what it could find, kind of?
Maybe it can't patch itself up, but the material of the machine itself is up of different materials, of thickness, of quality. And you can tell, like, someone took 2 different cars, ripped off the metal from them, and made it into one piece, is what you're seeing. So it's not
Weird.
all one main machine.
It's a redneck project car.
Could be.
Okay. Does any of the material or pieces look familiar? Like, is it similar to our what is the thing that we have? It's like a tank type thing. It's a
You
car.
have a Mountaineer ATV.
Right. Okay. So material-wise, metal texture type, is it similar at all to that, or is it very different?
It is similar in material. Are you mean if it's coming from like the Mountaineer or from like earth-based materials, or I'm trying to get more detail on what you're asking.
Okay. So what I'm trying to discern is whether or not it looks like it could be somebody on our side, like one of our suppliers maybe, or that we get our parts and material from, if it looks like it's the same. or if it looks like this
Well, the thing is,
something
right now,
somewhere else.
because the Legion's only a few weeks old, you have no suppliers at all. And
Oh,
so, yeah, so you're essentially being sent out to help build the Legion on all intents and purposes and establish a foothold for the Legion. So you don't have that right now. What I can say is that as you're inspecting this machine, you come across in the wreckage, in part of the plating that's all blackened and burnt, a name. And this name specifically gets your attention because it says Redania Oil Field.
Redania?
Yes. I'll put it in chat.
Oh, Redania. Okay. Oh, I need to start taking notes. Oh, gosh, I have to remember how to do that.
All right. Let's make this easy. Common knowledge roll at -2.
Common knowledge roll at -2. You just said let's make it easy, by the way.
Oh, did I say let's make this easy? Yeah. Okay. Guess I still do say it quite a lot.
Yeah.
A common knowledge roll for me at a -2 is a -4.
Okay. Well, you said common knowledge as an actual base skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
But I have a -2 in common knowledge rolls because of one of my hindrances.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
But you still have a high die type though. But it is -4.
I mean, I failed, so.
Good thing I'm not there.
Indeed. All right. So, Kali, you don't recall this information at all.
Okay.
Maddie, what'd you roll?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet.
Can I roll for fun, please?
Give me 1 second.
We're just gonna go with I failed.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
This makes it easy. So, just to have the game put into place with you, Mike, and just to force the character in because I want to have you waiting, I'm going to say you yourself know of Verdani oil fields. And just to make this easy, I'm going to have you coming to investigate this scene of this battle that erupted, of this explosion. Of what you are, you love explosions, so it's more natural you come see this bit of this raging fire from this machine. So, if you so want, you two watch as this individual comes out into the open, as it were. How about, Mike, you explain to these two characters what you look like?
You see, like that picture, right? The little gray alien guy, but he's got goggles on, and he's just like slouched over, and he's just like floating in, like hovering, coming toward.
Not walking at all.
Yeah,
Just floating, like hovering above the ground.
I'm like 6 inches off the ground, just like.
Well,
Yeah.
given we just had an encounter with aliens,
Yeah, I'm on guard.
yeah, I flash my cyber sword and my cyber armor up.
All right. So you see Mike's character now. Mike, for your little floating guy, I want Maddie and Jen to go and explain to you what they are, who they are.
Ladies first.
Okay, so if you are looking at us, right now, since we just fought something, you're going to see me in, I think I'm full-on cat right now. No, I'm half. I'm half right now. I don't go full cat very often. So you'll see a lady that, or a creature, I guess, that looks like a cat, but is standing on 2 legs like a person. And there's some human features, really long hair, red-ish brown, really long hair, and she's got these talons that cannot be missed on her hands and on her feet. She has all over her skin, the parts that are showing, she has spots. And that's what you see. I can actually I will put the full picture in Discord so you can see it. Give me just a second.
All right, it's happening. Maddie, what about you?
So you see a guy in pretty heavy armor, but he's got big bat wings coming out the back, and currently has a giant energy sword in both hands. Armor's got a slight iridescent glow.
Oh, yeah, and I have a tail.
Are you able to fly, Maddie?
Yes.
How did you get that?
Custom race.
Ah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I can fly. I've just got a whole bunch of other hindrances, so I can fly.
Gotcha. One detail I didn't.
I mean,
remember.
he's a little broken, just not for this.
Oh, you're going to
set.
gargoyle. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Go for it. Go fly. Yeah, but right now, other than the wings, you want to be able to tell because he's wearing full armor.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be paying too much attention to them. Like I would like notice them, but I'm more interested in the flying robot that's on fire.
All right. So for you, your name is Prithis, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Prithis, your nature and what you are, I'm gonna give this to you automatically for being what you are. You immediately know that there's something unusual about this fire that is coming from this area, this little scene of exploded ruin. The middle of the machine that is currently engulfed in flame, you can feel that it is much, much hotter than what it should be. Almost like its fuel source is much more volatile than anything you've experienced. You have a lot of experience in fire, Prithis, and this right here is unusual. You've never felt anything really this hot, burning this long.
Okay. Well, can I want to go up to it and just like touch it, start moving it around and.
Oh, I'm gonna stop you. I'll intercept when he comes up.
So as you watch this little floating guy start to move towards the fire in a way to commit suicide, she goes to stop you.
I have fire immunity. I
Sure.
could literally jump.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, but yeah, I'm going to it, and if she gets there, I'm just gonna scream.
I get in between you. What are you? Who are you? What are you doing?
I just scream, and then I just like try and float around you.
Nope. I'll put my arm out.
He just floats around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him.
No.
I'm gonna grab him.
Don't want to do that.
Gonna.
Do that.
Just it doesn't matter. I'm gonna.
Okay. I really don't want to do this. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Leave me alone.
Well,
Leave me alone.
Stop moving. What are you doing? Answer
Leave me
my
alone.
question.
Leave me alone. Get off of me.
You can see, Collie, that this being really wants to go to the fire. It's very, very intrigued by the fire.
Leave me-
Can I make a common knowledge check to try and identify what the hell this thing is?
No roll needed. I would say there's small telltale signs if he's given off. So I want to ask you, Prithis, are you giving off a bit of signs of what you might actually be? Or no?
Well, I mean, I'm not like I really just have like the little cloak that he has. Like you could tell like my facial features and everything.
Yeah.
Where I am, goggles on, and then like a little hooded thing.
But essentially, your class. Do you want to give away what you are, or you want to wait?
Well, that's the thing is I'm about to start like heating up
Okay.
at defensive measure, but like I don't want to cast this because I don't want to
Okay.
hurt.
So essentially, what I'm guessing is that you're gonna start heating your body up, and
Yeah.
you're both gonna notice that the area around this floating guy is starting to become uncomfortably warm, and there's like I would say fumes of not fumes, but I would say that that heat that you can like kind of see is starting to come off of this guy.
So I'm going to turn around. I'm going to say, Bronx, I don't know who this guy is or what's going on, but I don't think he needs to be over here. I'm not trying to stop him to protect him. We were tasked with investigating what was going on here, and now this guy shows up out of nowhere. I don't trust it.
You know
So,
Yeah, so
We'll both
I'm
roll.
gonna, I'm
Both
gonna
of you can give me a
approach
roll.
him.
Both of you want to give me a common knowledge roll, and I'll tell you what this dude might be.
nope.
Call it. It's just a suicidal guy to you.
It's just somebody who's in our business, really.
Bronx, you can see the signs of his body, and you've maybe not come across, maybe you've come across, maybe you've heard, but he's definitely given off the signs of a person that's able to control fire, and essentially be one with fire at will, known as bursters. And you're starting to get the idea that this individual might actually be one of these, which are, well, very, very dangerous when they're your enemy.
Callie. Does Mike, do you appear outwardly hostile? You're muted, dude.
Hey, you're muted, honey. Honey, you're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah. No. I was just going towards the fire, then she jumped in front of me and then grabbed me. And then I'm just like sitting there like freaking out because that person grabbing me, and I'm starting to you just see me starting like she feels me starting to heat up. Like I'm not trying to
Callie,
damage her, so I don't wanna
Callie, let him go.
Boy, he's going towards the thing that we're investigating. I don't know who he is.
I understand that. Hey, guy, burster guy.
Okay,
Hey,
I let him go.
stop.
I let him go.
and then I'm just gonna go like literally just gonna go right into the fire.
Great. Now look what you did. Job,
It's-
Brooke.
Does it look like we have a forensics team with us?
While I'm in there, Paul, I want to see if there's any way I could. So the ship itself is on fire, right?
Yeah, it exploded essentially when it hit the ground, but parts of it are on fire. In fact, you see near the core, or where the center of the wreckage is where it's the most intense, and it is still burning there.
Okay. So. I want to see if I can start extinguishing the flames, like on the ship. I don't know if I will be able to. There's the ability to create, control, and eliminate minor fires. I'm pretty than a minor fire.
So you start to extinguish the outward fires on the outskirts of the wreckage. All the small little flames just puff out, and you're seeing this ring of now smoke from where the fire was getting smaller and smaller. You get to the core, where the most intense heat is coming from, and you actually can't easily put it out, but you do after some time. It takes a lot more effort than normal.
Okay, so like that middle core part that you were talking about, is that detachable from the robot?
It's actually not. It's actually inside the belly of this machine.
So I'm just gonna let you know. My plan was I wanted to extinguish as much as the flames as I can, and I want to use telekinesis to pull the robot out of all the flames and move it off to the side, like set it down. But I don't know if telekinesis is strong enough to do.
You want to move the robot itself, or you want to move the?
So pretty much, I want to move like the fire that's going on all around it. I want to take the out of that area and move it off to the side, so it's not in all the fire and the wreckage. So that way.
Tell you what, go ahead and give me a Sonics roll.
You want me to use the telekinesis?
Yeah. Okay. So you start focusing on this wreckage, and as you're lifting it up, you start to lift up a little bit, and I would say you're able to do it because it's in a lot of pieces. It's really broken down. The ground catches on fire again underneath it, and y'all are watching as this individual is lifting up this wreckage. The bottom part of the wreckage is fire red. The metal is fire red.
I back up a little.
I'm going to spend a PowerPoint and cast environmental protection on myself.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I might see that happening and go, that's a good idea. And I'm going to go ahead and hit myself with an arcane protection.
Okay. One thing, as Prythus is lifting this up, you're going to feel the heat is radiating from this area at the bottom of the wreckage. This fire red hot metal is giving off waves of heat.
Yeah, I want to like take it like away from everything, just in case if it does explode, it doesn't blow everything up like in the area.
You're moving it. Nothing seems to be exploding.
Yeah, and then
Put that down. That's ours.
Yeah.
floating away.
Okay, well, can I go stop him now?
Bronx says yes.
Okay. And I run over and I tackle him.
Question: do I notice her running?
I'm very
Automatic.
sneaky. No, I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just going to run up and just boom, tackle him straight to the ground.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Oh god, we might end up murdering Mike.
Can I cast confusion on her when I see her running towards me?
Aren't you currently using telekinesis to carry a thing?
I don't know. I don't know if there's
Okay.
like.
So I want this to happen. I want you both to give me agility rolls.
Oh yeah. Agility.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing this happen, I beat my wings and fly over.
Can you beat my negative to an agility, lady?
Sure can.
All right. So I will say Kylie both get to drop on you first.
Okay.
So, how do you grapple someone in this setting?
It would be athletics.
Okay.
Opposed to his. Shit, I forgot. Let's see. Can I look at grappling rules?
Alright.
Let me pull up the rule book. There it is. Grappling. All right, so it is going to be a athletics. So yeah, both athletics. Both of you roll me athletics.
My
Well.
negative 10.
Yeah, so you immediately just whack into and that's a raise. So that is bound and entangled. So you can do what you want with him at this point, Jenny.
I'm gonna sort of pin him like a cat jumps on like a moth or something. Pin him down. I'm gonna look up straight in his face and be like, "Who are you? What are you doing?"
All right.
Stupid. I'm trying to get this out of here so it doesn't blow up. Stupid person you.
You could have just said that, for one. For two,
Let me go.
No,
This thing
we-
blows up. It'll kill people. Let me get it out of here. Stupid person you.
listen to me.
Stupid. And as I'm being tangled, like it's still going away. Like the ship is still going.
Stop
So the ship's still just moving.
taking that away from us. Stop. We have to investigate that. Stop.
Stop it. Hey, drop it. Bad. Bronx pulls out a newspaper.
Like I Paul, like I'm really trying not to use this ability.
I know.
So bad.
I know.
Go ahead. Listen.
Because it might kill you.
Well, you're trying to get this away from so it doesn't blow up and kill me. So I would think using that ability counteracts that whole plan that you've got going on, right? So just put the thing down and talk. Communication is important. Stop
You
calling
need to
me
be away
stupid.
from people. You stupid person. Leave me alone. Get off me. Can I get out?
We're incredibly tough.
Yeah. You don't even know anything about. I can't talk to him, Bronx. I got him held. Do you want to come try and talk to him? Because
So-
I can't talk to him.
In the midst of your arguing, you hear a crack. Where that machine that Pythros is moving, you hear an audible crack from within, and then a gust of inflamed fire. Wait, that doesn't make sense. A gust of fire flames outwards from like a ring from it. No, more like a ball. And it just incinerates everything around it. I need all of you to go ahead and give me at -2 an agility roll, please.
Right.
Mike, you're okay. You don't need a roll.
I was about to say -2.
You don't need a roll, man. You're fine.
Because I have a D4 and a -2 in it.
You're immune to fire, so.
I think I have something for this. I have acrobat. Oh, okay, so I just get a reroll. Okay, so -2. Agility roll, you said? Or did you say agility or athletics, Paul?
I said agility, but it might be athletics. I'm checking real quick if it's athletics.
Yeah, because athletics is balance, tumbling, grappling.
So athletic.
Give me
I think
athletics. Give me athletics.
It's the same roll.
Just take the roll weakness to the same die.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get one free reroll, and I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. Okay. I guess because I'm on top of him, that actually makes sense.
Okay. So as. Ooh. Well, actually, Jenny, your athletics thing is for the climbing, which wouldn't help here, so it still would be a 2.
No. Oh, I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6 on the die, so if it's -2,
Okay, you've rolled a 6,
Yep.
then okay, you're good. You got it.
okay. I think that +2 for climbing, I have to put it in manually. It doesn't do it automatically.
Okay. Yeah, so you're still good. Alright, so this thing erupts into a giant ball of fire, just shoot outwards everywhere. And all of you are able to kind of get out of the way, while I would say Pythos just kind of stands there, and the flames just rush past him. Now, you two are fine. Pythos, the flames from this actually not damage. You know what? No, they do. I'm not going to damage you, but they're going to fatigue you. It's that hot, it actually gives you a level of fatigue, which is, again, very unusual. It's hotter than anything you've experienced. Normally, when you touch flame, it's a nice warm feeling. This was actually hot to, like, be almost painful. It shocked you a little bit.
Got the Pokemon.
Yeah.
At that point, seeing that thing blow up and the fact that he said, "Stupid person, I'm trying to get this away from you," I'll let him up. I will get up and let him up. Be like, all you had to do was say what you were trying to do.
I did. I told you that you were stupid.
No.
I told you I was trying to get away. Blow people up. You're stupid. You need to listen. Oh, no. Get away from me. And I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna start going towards the explosion to start investigating the pieces that everything blown up.
I'm gonna just like take a look at Bronx with a raised eyebrow and be like,
When you are moving away or towards the box, Prithis, it starts buzzing from within. The bottom of the box is getting more red now. It's not done. It didn't explode.
hey, guy that just kind of saved us, you might want to get away from that, and I start backing up.
How far away did I get it to like everything?
It's not really around anything right now except for really burnt trees. But it's away from the small community.
I feel like if this thing blows, it's gonna take out a big area into the town still.
Well, we're outside of town, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The redneck was outside of town.
Okay. Like, well, I was just wondering, do I need to like keep getting it away, or do I feel like I'm good enough?
You expect from your knowledge, you're far enough away from any collateral damage.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna start floating away. It does blow up, like at least from afar, try and stop any shrapnel from going towards the same thing.
You can get to a relatively safe place, I would say.
Then I'm just gonna stare at it, like in awe.
I would think at this point, I just like climb back into the tank. Because I'm afraid this thing's gonna blow up again.
Okay. So if you want to call it, you can go back to the Mountaineer ATV and climb back inside.
Yeah. Bronx, what are you doing? Are you still outside or?
Yeah, I'm still outside standing trying to figure out the alien.
Yeah. So just like poke my head out and be like, should we like get him or something?
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm just gonna raise my hand out towards where the red hotness is, and I'm gonna use my elemental manipulation to conjure quarts of water. And just like cast it.
Your ultimate manipulation is for fire, not water.
Oh, you do fire?
Yeah.
Never mind. All right. I'm just looking at it. It just said that. So.
I mean, you can reduce the fire using elemental manipulation and reduce the heat.
Yeah, reduce the heat on it, maybe.
What do y'all do?
I'll click into the comms unit between me and the truck and be like, yeah, this guy's definitely going to have to come back to base with us.
Why?
It might be useful.
I mean, good luck convincing him. He seemed to like have a meltdown. See what I did there? Just from me touching him. So, good luck.
I can be very persuasive.
Do it. But keep him away from me because he's weird. I'll ride on the top.
You hear another crack from the wreckage, and then literally the metal of the machine completely pools into liquid at the bottom, and a shattered glass vial falls to the ground. And the glass vial, half of it is shattered, is holding. You can't quite see because it's so bright, but it is something that is irradiating a massive amount of heat and light.
Oh my god.
And it causes everything around it to just burst into flame within about 20 feet.
Get in the ATV.
I start moving back towards the ATV. As I'm walking back, I just reach out and grab Primus. Yeah, under authority of the Tomorrow Legion, you're coming with us.
You can't. No.
Athletics roll call.
Pretty sure he's gonna lose.
As you're grabbing him, Bronx, the object starts to lose its heat, starts to lose its light, and eventually you just watch as the light around you starts to dim back to the natural ambient light as this object inside this little broken glass container loses all sense of its light and heat.
Okay, I'm going to use. So I've got infravision, right, which allows me to see heat,
Yeah.
right? So I want to look at the actual coolest source, the coolest part of this thing.
It's a glass.
With my experience, does it look cool enough for me to go and pick it up?
At this point, yes.
I'll go pick up the piece of glass.
The glass is cool to the touch. It's holding what was giving off the light and the heat is a fist-sized rock.
All right. Well, I can't detect radiation, but I still have environmental protection up, so.
Your suit
We're good.
is giving up. Well, you don't have mechanical suit in that sense. But your infrared vision shows there's no heat coming from the rock anymore.
Okay. I look at this rock, and is there like a safe containment unit in the ATV?
I would say yes.
Okay. So I'm going to take it back to the ATV while still dragging Primus with my other arm.
Give me a strength check.
Wrong die.
I got really.
This fist-sized rock is 200 pounds.
So I'd have to use both hands to carry it.
Yeah.
Where are the
Shall we
other-
get out here and grab this guy? He's coming with us.
No.
As you're carrying this rock, Bronx, it's getting lighter and lighter in your hand.
Okay.
You're watching as it goes from a brownish black color to less opaque to where when you get to the ATV, it's clear. It weighs about 5 ounces.
Okay, so I walk it back towards the wreck.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put it into the safe containment in the ATV, and I'll go back for Primus. Because we don't know if he's involved or what. We have to question.
Do you want help? I can help get him.
What?
Do you want some help with him? I could help get him.
Actually, Paul,
Yes.
before it cools off, I've got a dosimeter. I want to use my dosimeter to see if it's giving off any radiation,
It does not.
even before it's color changed.
Yeah.
So I'll get out and try and help get alien guy into the ATV. So I'm gonna get out and be like, okay, let's try this again. What is your name?
I don't say anything.
You're really making this difficult. Are
Is that in
you
character or out of character?
both, actually?
You
Are
attacked me.
I was trying to talk to you and you ignored me. What was I supposed to do?
You literally grabbed me.
I tried to talk to you first. Okay. Where did I go? I disappeared.
You did disappear.
That was weird.
His magic already.
So I'm gonna be like, okay, you don't want to tell me your name. I'm Callie. I don't think you mean us any harm. Do you mean us any harm?
I was trying to.
Okay, that's what I thought. So we're gonna ask very nicely for you to come with us.
I'm not talking to you. Stupid person. No. The big dump picking me up, dragging me. I get shit from everybody. I don't need to be taking this shit from you guys. I'm just trying to save people's lives, and you guys, no.
You know, little life tip. Talking to people before you do things would probably help them be a little nicer to you and not give you shit. So, I was asking you to come with us, but you're coming with us. So it's either the easy way or the hard way. That's up to you.
He doesn't say anything.
So I like gingerly put my very clawed taloned hand on his shoulder and push him slightly towards the ATV. Do you move?
Well, I mean, kind of just floating.
He just floated.
Do you? You do?
I mean, I don't have a choice.
No, that's good. Let's do it the easy way. See, you are smart. Come on. And I'll usher him towards the ATV.
Put him in the cage in the back.
I'm
that
gonna.
is the ATV.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
And I open the door.
Are you literally putting him in a cage?
I open the door for you to get into the ATV. You go in.
Yes.
You would have no idea that we have a cage in there or that you're going to it. So, do you get in the ATV?
Yeah.
And then I usher him towards the back. There's a little cage.
No.
This is for your own good and ours. And I open the cage.
No. I'm coming with you. You're not putting me in a cage. You put me in a cage, it'll just be bad. Not put me in that cage.
How would it be bad?
Don't put me in the cage.
Listen, you haven't harmed us.
Don't put
I
me in the
cannot
cage.
harm you.
Do not put me in the cage.
Do you not recognize this armor?
Do not put me in the cage.
Lord Coke might find you useful.
Nope.
I'll tell you what, you can ride in the back, we won't put you in the cage.
Don't put me in the cage.
Who's driving our ATV? Otto, right?
No,
You
me.
are?
Because I'm the one that took a driving skill.
Yeah.
So we got Otto and Raja in the back, let's say, just hanging out, keeping an eye on him, I suppose. Or do I have to do it? That's a question for you, Paul.
Well, before we decide whether we're driving or not, do you guys put me in that cage?
You just said you don't have to go in the cage.
If you put me in the cage, we won't have to worry about driving.
There won't be a vehicle anymore.
Yeah.
Just,
You don't.
I mean, that vehicle's pretty tough. It did get eaten.
Did it get eaten?
Yeah, this ATV is like insane.
Yeah, but if there's a bomb that goes off inside of the ATV, I'm pretty sure it won't matter.
Yeah. I'll say this to you, in your experience, Bronx. If this individual is what you think he is, if he does what he wants to do, there will be no interior anymore.
Okay. Well, we won't put him in the cage. He just has to go with us.
I'll just
So at that point, go ahead.
I'll just like float Indian style in the corner, like ignoring them.
All right. Once he's safely in the back of the ATV, I'm going to go find Hudson's. The biggest chunk of him that's left.
I think I saw an arm.
There's pieces of him you can recover.
Yeah. So I get a trash bag out of the ATV and just start.
So sad. That's so sad.
Another fine recruit, gone before his time.
So I'm just gonna auto keep an eye on him because I'm gonna go up to the top where I usually ride. I'd like to anyway. Otto's in the ATV. You can just keep an eye on him.
All right. It's at the TV. Let's talk about our objective real quick. You were sent here to discover what happened to. We'll do some renames until I get this thing done. But there was another team that was initially sent out by Tomorrow Legion that was supposed to check in, or was supposed to arrive at the Legion, but never did. The last form of communication was from the town we're in right now, and it is why you're here. You're here to find Team Delta of the Tomorrow Legion.
Okay, so we didn't find any information on them from the last session.
So since I unfortunately can't remember what happened last session and the details around the guy with the stake thing, that honestly eludes me right now. Want to make it easy, or maybe first I asked you remember what happened with that scene.
I don't.
Maddie?
So what I remember is that we had to go check this out because the Tomorrow Legion never made it to this village. I hadn't heard from the Tomorrow Legion in a long time.
Yeah. I don't remember being after another team. But I mean,
Yeah, we were after another team, but when we got here, they were all pissed off at us.
Oh, they hadn't had any contact with Team Delta.
Yeah.
You didn't have any contact with Team Delta, except for the one redneck guy that you encountered.
The one that had the thing in him,
Yes.
right? That's now dead.
Yes.
Yes. And we found no evidence.
One thing I will say, the thing in that redneck's neck and this machine that crashed are of the same material. It's a light tinted blue metal, and they're both made up of the same metal.
Okay.
And one other thing is, we didn't necessarily know if they were actually going to this village. We just know they had been sent north.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know if Team Delta was supposed to come to this village or not?
No, not from what I can remember.
I feel like I actually do remember something about Mr. Koch telling us that, or us when we got there, saying that another one of our team should have been there because they were mad. They were mad at us for not helping them.
Yes.
And I seem to remember us telling them that we sent a team to you, and the team never got there. Is that right?
We'll go with that angle.
Yeah, that works.
Or it was something like that. Because now that we bring up another team, it's starting to jog my memory a bit.
Yeah. So with the angle that the Legion told this town, in fact, we just have to all do stuff. So it's called this town, town of Newwood. Demotes. So the town of Newwood ended up getting contact from the Legion that a team was going to go by to help them out with a problem. That team radioed in they were going to arrive there within the day. They never showed up. The team at that point never came back to the Legion. Legion sent you to figure out what happened to them.
Paul, are you streaming this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second because I need to eat.
Okay. So, the team raided in. They're going to arrive at the town. They never did. Never came back to the Legion. Coke asked you to go find out what happened to them.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out why we ended up helping, why the town needed help. Like there was a murder or something.
Man, not written down notes mess things up a whole lot. All right, let's go to the angle. What the problem was. The problem was, we'll go with what you said, Manny, there was a murder.
Oh, wait. Wasn't it that people were going missing?
Yes.
It was what?
People were going missing.
Yes. Yes, it was. It's making my memory get jogged now. Okay, people are going missing. One of the people that witnessed the people going missing, his name went by Farmer Ulrich. Farmer Ulrich was the one that had the stake in his neck.
Okay.
All right, so we got the big plot sorted out again. So Legion sent here because people are going missing on this town. They asked the Legion for help, seeing the Legion is made up of essentially Cyber Knights, and they are being known as someplace to rescue. The original team was sent to see if they can bring back the people from here to help out the Legion. It was supposed to be a 1-2 thing. And so the Legion sent the town Delta to go to this town, Newwood. They never arrived, though. And so when the Legion lost contact with them, they sent you to figure out what happened to that team. And that is where you discovered that the farmer, Ulrich, had information, but he was very, very off-Spanish, I would say. He walked to his farmstead where things were not going right, and is where you discovered he had a serpentine machine around his spinal cord, which is made up of the same material as the machine that erupted from the ground.
I remember what it was that why we thought he was acting weird. It bit him, and there was no reaction.
Yeah.
He didn't react to the pain or anything.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you have a good memory, Johnny, because I don't remember any of it.
I'm starting to recall stuff now.
Yeah. And it's starting to come back to me just slowly.
Yeah.
And then
He showed no emotion and no pain for. I think his brother died, or was missing. He showed no emotion for that.
no, his wife or girlfriend. Remember, there was a box with an item in it that was sentimental to him, and his girlfriend or he was a secret admirer that she was one of the ones that was missing,
And he didn't care.
and he didn't care.
Yeah.
And then Team Delta never made it here, which was also weird, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our, an investigator type class probably would have been pretty good for this game.
So I'm not going to do a lot of investigation type stuff because it does kind of go into some other games. So there will be less investigation stuff in this game. So I'll keep that. I do know that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we could go back to the town and just let them know, because everybody in the town, including the mayor, was pissed at us when we showed up because they thought that they asked for help and the Tomorrow Legion ignored them, which was not the case. We sent out a team. So I think we should go back to the town and let them know, hey, we found something, we're investigating it, we have to go back to headquarters, but then we'll come back, we'll be back soon to for this ongoing investigation, and still look out for our Team Delta. Or should we try to find more clues to try and find Team Delta, or should we head back to headquarters with Fire Dude?
So hold on that for a second, real quick. What I want to know is, Mike, what your purpose, if you have one, for being here in this town? Are you coming through? Do you actually live here? Because you are known as a dimensional being, a DB. And DBs, again, you're in coalition territory. You're hunted and killed on sight by the coalition that does have patrols going out. So there are communities of DBs. There are communities of people that don't want DBs, just want humans, but they're not coalition allied. And there's places where people just go and walk through. So how do you fit in, Mike? You're muted, by the way.
Figure I was trying to make my way through, trying to get to somewhere where I could be safe, like a kind of refugee, and make my way maybe anywhere where I could be treated normal.
There are three places that could do this. One is the Federation of Magic. Will accept you because of what you can do. Another was Tolkien would accept you if he still existed. You might have been going there. And now you know for the last couple of weeks that this Tomorrow Legion, which are the survivors from Tolkien, with the same values they once held, can be a place to go, or just find another community of a couple hundred people, a couple thousand, that just want to live on their own and not deal with anything in the world. It's up to you.
Yeah, and they're part of the Tomorrow Legion, right? So
yes,
yeah,
that would work. I was trying to get to them.
Get to the Tomorrow Legion?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't want to cooperate with the Cyber Knight, the literal symbol of the Tomorrow Legion.
I mean, would I even notice that? Because I wouldn't have truly noticed you when I was going to the fire robot, and then she jumped in front of me. Does she have any insignias?
So we'll say now, as you're in the back of the ATV, now that your attention is away from the heat source and this rock, as you're now looking, you recognize the armor that Bronx is wearing, which is very, very telltale and obvious to people that know what they're looking for. He is very, very clearly a cyber knight, which is essentially the protectors that are the paladins of this world. And you do know that a large group of cyber knights form the Tomorrow Legion.
Okay. This is gonna be fun, right?
So wait, hold on. I need a quick little break because I just ate and I need to walk the dog. So, I mean, you guys can go ahead because I'm up top, so I might not even be like
Oh, you're not in there with us?
in this anyway. Yeah, because I ride on the top of the ATV for the most part. So that's up to you, Paul.
Yeah, I need to take a break too.
Okay,
Oh.
take a break then.
They need to show me how to feed the dogs and stuff. So
Okay, we'll
I'll
take
be-
a break here then.
All right, 5-minute break.
Break it
Minute.
is. I'll continue getting more stuff in here that I realized I didn't have in here. Let's do that right now.
See, I'm a ball.
Ah,
You're what?
Might see one of them pop out every once in a while.
You're a
it
what?
happens.
A ball guy.
It happens. It happened to me at the gym. I'm on the exercise bike. I'm not wearing boxer briefs, and just one testicle's hanging out.
Oh, God.
All I
I
gotta say
muted
is
the
make sure it
Discord.
feels
We'll
good.
use you soon.
What kind of shorts you wearing? You wearing like ranger panties or some shit?
I was wearing pretty short shorts, like Marine
Sure.
Corps PT shorts.
Ranger panties?
Yeah. Oh, what I got? I wear pretty short shorts.
Yeah, the military, they have shorts that are like
So I'm gonna say that entire break I had the software muted and no video, and I unmuted everything right when Maddie told about his ball joke. So there we go. Or his ball story, I should say, not his ball joke.
It happens.
All right. Now my damn notes are in order. Let's actually get this game started.
Let's do it.
I'm super annoyed by that. I'm sorry, by the way. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
All right.
All right. So we now got all the shit put back together. You see the main plot beats kind of in the chat, but we have Pythris, which is now on board this ATV. Pythris, you realize that you're trying to find a safe place, and one of the safe places you can find would be the Tomorrow Legion, as well as other various areas. Maybe you want to experience all of it to see which one might be the best for you personally. But now that you have time to actually see your surroundings, you realize that one of your captors is actually from the Tomorrow Legion.
hey, big guy. You're part of the Tomorrow Legion.
And I look at my armor and I look at him. I go, "Yes, I'm part of the Tomorrow Legion. I arrested you under authority of the Tomorrow Legion."
What were my charges?
No charges have been filed yet.
Then why am I arrested?
Oh my.
I thought you
Because-
guys were supposed to be respectful of other races and everybody, and welcoming. I've been searching you guys out, and this is how you treat me the second I find you?
Listen, you were encroaching on a scene we were investigating. You were being uncooperative.
I was saving lives.
I'm 90% sure we would have been fine without you.
I didn't say it was your lives I was saving.
Then whose lives? The worms?
Wasn't the robot in the town?
On the
No,
outskirts
it
of
was
town.
outside the town.
Oh, I was trying to get it away from the town to make sure that when it blew, it didn't hurt anybody.
Would you like to come to Castle Refuge with us?
Yes. Maybe I'll find some smart people out there that know what they're doing.
Now, this does bring the question, where do you go next? I know there was talk about going back to the Legion, but you still have the one purpose that was for you being sent here by Lord Coke.
So, to that point, which is the question I was just going to ask, can I hear all of that conversation from the top of the ATV or no?
I'll say yeah. Just the windows,
Okay.
the windows are down.
Okay, so at that point, I'll put my head back in. I'd be like, oh, somebody got awfully chatty all of a sudden.
Here's the thing, though. If I would have known she was in earshot, I was gonna, because I thought when she went outside, she wouldn't be able to hear me. But if she can hear me, I'm gonna use this. How do I try this?
Did you guys see my message in Discord, by the way?
Yeah. Somewhat agree.
I was gonna use Mind Link to talk to him. I don't like it. So if like the windows are down and she has the ability to hear me, I'm fine with that whole message.
In that case, I would not pop my head back in. Well, actually, I would, because wouldn't Bronx have to respond verbally?
No. We connect minds.
So, Bronx, did you respond verbally, or did you respond through your mind?
I responded through my mind.
Okay, then I'm still at the top of the ATV, none the wiser.
So,
All right.
what is the course of action?
I think we keep looking for Team Delta.
I'm just up the top of the ATV, going where it takes me. But I would think if we're going to continue looking for Team Delta that we should head back to the town. That is up to you.
Okay, we'll head back to the town.
I can see up your nose. Weirdo.
Okay, so you take the ATV, a very, very short journey back to the outskirts, or you're already on the outskirts, but you take it back to the town. And as you're going through, now this being a Rift's Earth, there are very many, there are a lot of different type of towns you'll come across. Some that look technological and are technological, some that are within the technology of sticks and stones and live that way, and then everything in between. And this town of Newwood has a very, very telltale sign of a town that is in the old era. All of the houses are made of timber, made of wood, thatched roofs, but disguised amongst the wood are electronics, machines, generators, power, and the interiors are air conditioned. They are showing the technology of civilizations, but the outside of the town itself shows something that can blend in from a very, very long time ago. Now, as you arrive back at the town, one thing is immediately going to get attention is the fact that all of you are coming back empty-handed, and even some people look at the two of you, and they're curious. What did you find at old Ulrich's home? We heard some blast outside. There's some fighting.
Well, he was possessed by... How do I put this gently? An evil space form.
Is he okay?
He no longer walks among the living.
What is this space worm you're talking about? Do we have to
We
worry
don't
about
know.
these? Are these what's taking the people from Newwood?
No.
Should we be worried? How'd you kill it? Where'd you find it? How was he possessed?
It was in the back hole. And yeah, you should probably be worried. But fear not. Bronx of the Tomorrow Legion. Hibernite is on the case.
Oh, well. Okay, Bronx of the Tomorrow Legion. At least you're here compared to the ones that are supposed to arrive. I mean, we've had two more since between your coming here and when Delta was supposed to be here, and the town's afraid right now. We don't want any more people to go missing.
What I suggest is find people that are acting odd, maybe a little emotionless, just going through the emotion, and isolate them. We found evidence of Elric not giving a damn about his wife's past, and his dog dying.
Also, they seem to be impervious to pain.
Yeah,
Impervious to pain?
yeah.
Gregory! Go get Not Farmer, go get Doc Jason. Tell him to go stab everyone with a knife. If they have no emotion, lock them up.
Wait.
I mean, seems like a sound plan to me.
I mean, don't kill them, but just make it hurt so we know.
Okay, maybe, like touch them with a match or something instead of stabbing them.
Just line him up and punch him.
Like,
I just picture town, everyone lined up, just whack, just people get knocked down.
maybe just.
Do you know of anyone else that was acting strangely?
They can still make it. Yeah. So, I mean, like, maybe unsuspectingly just stick them with a needle or something and see if they, if they go, oh, ow. Problem.
We're not going to try to kill anyone, but I think we'll be able to figure out what, at least a start to this emotion issue. The problem is, we'll do what we can. If anyone's been acting out strange, also, actually, now that you mentioned about the pain thing, Gregory here, he's actually the son of one of the electricians in town. Now that you recall, a couple of days ago, he actually was shocked pretty violently by a transformer he was repairing, but people said that he didn't really show anything when this happened. People rushed to his side just in case he wouldn't be killed or anything, but he said he was fine, just kind of walked away, which was unusual. That's one thing I can really think about.
Bring Gregory to me.
Didn't you just call out Gregory to go stab people?
No, that's another Gregory. There's a couple Gregorys in town.
Sorry.
Bring this young Gregory to me. I'd like to.
Yeah.
Go get Gregory. Go get the electrician's son. One of the members of the community nods his head, and he kind of rushes out the building. You go back and forth for a couple of minutes, discussing these events, the emotion, the plan of throwing the pricks into people's hands just to see what might come up. The discussion if they might voluntarily now just show emotion because they might know what's going on, that crosses his mind. When the individual comes back, Jason's the man you're speaking to. He's one of the leaders of this community. Jason, Gregory isn't in his home. I don't know where he's at. Just nothing's there. I mean, things are there, but his shoes, his equipment, his belongings aren't even there. Even his personal sidearm isn't there. I don't know what's going on.
Can you take us to Gregory?
Yes, please come with me. Now, as this is occurring, I want to know if you're there, Pythros. What are you doing?
I'm still in the ATV.
You didn't come.
Nope. Because this area is heavily collision, right?
So you're in collision territory, but the entire Legion is. But
Okay.
in
Even
such
still-
a big area that it's very, very hard. That's not the word I'm looking for. You're not going to come across a patrol that often, if at all.
Well, also, like, I was put in there and I'm under arrest, apparently. So, like, I'm just sitting in there. And that mind link that I have with him lasts for 30 minutes, so.
Okay, so you're hitting this also.
So I'll go through my mind. Am I aware of the mind link?
Should be, because we talked through it. So
You're actually supposed to roll a saving throw against it before it even
he wants
succeeds.
to fight it, right?
Well, you have to roll to actually activate the power and see that it actually goes through, and then he gets to roll to block you out of his mind, or I guess he could choose to just fail it. Because I have that power as well.
Well, let's just go for convenience sake that he was able to.
Yeah.
He was able to connect.
But
So
the
I
thing
will
about
go-
my link though is the range is very, very short.
Oh, is it?
The range is literally like feet.
All right, so I'll go back to the ATV and I'll pound on the back. Alien,
Odo, open
you
the door.
want to be part of the Tomorrow Legion?
Yes.
Time to make yourself useful. Come with me.
I like when my
Leave the tiger in the back of the ATV.
No, Raja's not in the ATV. She can't fit.
Oh,
She's hanging out somewhere on the side. Roger
Yeah,
belongs to Odo or belongs to you, Jenny?
Odo.
Odo, okay.
That's his.
Yeah, I'll like adjust my goggles and pull my cloak down a little bit and then just start floating.
Yeah, you notice that Parthas is not like walking.
So since you're, as he gets out of the ATV, I know you don't like me. I don't like you. That's established. But I'd rather not call you Hey Alien Guy or Fire Dude. Like, can you at least give us your name? I mean, I would think somebody as smart as you would understand why that would be useful to have. I'm sorry, come again?
Parthas.
Parthas?
I pronounced it wrong, right?
Parthas?
Did you just pronounce your own name wrong?
Probably.
yes. I'm saying Pythras or Pythas.
Yeah, Parthas.
So is it Pythas or Pythas, Mike?
Parthas.
Okay, so I'll go Pythas, okay.
It's been a while since I've even with this guy.
It's all good.
I don't say anything in response. I just start walking towards Mary's house.
We're gonna need to build some bonds between the group. I'm gonna have to see here.
I mean, everything would have been fine if I didn't get grabbed.
Everything would have been fine if you had responded to my question.
Oh, sorry, no.
Communication, the key to all problems.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
All
So
right.
we head towards Gregory's house.
All right. So all of you go to Gregory's house. Now, when you get to his building, it's the same architecture you've seen around. You're seeing the outlets for electronic equipment around are clearly disguised in the timbered walls. And the timbered walls is just a front for the building itself. Each building here is concrete, is structured, and it can withstand any type of environmental distress that might befall it. But the atmosphere of the town is more of a nature-inclined style. So,
so, Paul, I have
Yeah.
this psychic sight, and it said that I can see electromagnetic energies and auras given the expanded awareness, whatever. So can I see all this, like with my?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering. Continue. Sorry.
it's all good. So yeah, you definitely see this aura of just electronic energy all around. The town is technological, so you're seeing this. Now, this assistant opens the door, and it's just a push door. Opens it up, and he goes, "It's right here. It's a small home for Gregory. His father has a bigger home, couple of buildings over. I already docked there, and he was supposed to show up to work today, but he never did. And even his father is kind of unsure what's going on, but he wasn't really alarmed yet. It's not the first time he said that Gregory has taken off, but it's unusual that his clothing, his shoes, are still here. I know Gregory. I know the shoes he walks in, and they're here. So I don't know what's. And maybe he bought a new pair of shoes. And he's just out somewhere with a tryst with someone. I don't know, but it's unusual.
When was when was the last time anybody saw young Gregory?
A lot of people saw him after the accident with the electrical box. I know about 4 or 5 people came to ask him if he was okay, but he just kind of shrugged it off and then went back to work.
And when was this accident again?
It was about 2 days ago.
And you haven't seen him in 2 days.
Well, we've seen him around, but no one's really talked to him since then. We saw him.
When was the last time? I don't care if anybody spoke to him. When was the last time anybody saw him?
One moment. And you see he goes to his pocket, he pulls out what looks like a small cell phone, essentially. He starts typing some stuff into this, and then you hear a chime coming from everyone around the community. I just sent out a request to see if anyone here, when's the last time anyone seen Gregory? He starts going through his terminal on his hand. He goes, no, a week ago, 2 days ago. Someone saw Gregory here last night. Walking home.
Walking home?
Yeah.
So we don't know if he actually made it home.
Well, it's from Elise, and Elise is actually about 3 doors down, so she saw him. It was probably just 2 minutes away, less than that.
Why don't you have Elise come here so we can speak to her?
Touch on the terminal one more time, and about a minute later, you see the front door open, 3 houses down, and this smallish woman, brown hair, comes out and, yes, what's going on? I answered the question on the terminal. I saw Gregory, and she seems confused and alarmed, and scared.
Did you actually see him enter the building?
I saw him open the door. I saw him walk home. It was around, I think, 9 o'clock. I was out actually attending to some of my equipment here, and I saw him go into the house. I saw him open the door, go inside. I didn't pay any attention to him. I didn't talk to him anything. I didn't say anything.
After 9 o'clock, did you hear the door open again?
Honestly, I wouldn't know. I mean, our doors here are not really squeaky, so if he left, I wouldn't really know.
Okay.
But I know I saw him go inside last night.
How's his demeanor been? The accident.
He usually just says hi. I know 2 days ago I said hi to him when he was walking by again. He didn't say anything. Usually he does say hi at least, or even smile. But I didn't really think anything about it. Maybe he was still a bit shocked from all the attention he got from his little accident with old Jason's box. But that's about the only thing I think is he didn't say hi to me when I said hi to him 2 days ago.
Okay. Does anything seem out of place? Have you been in his apartment before? Sorry, I asked this to both of them.
No. Only when the building was put up. Also when the well, there was some repair work done on the home about a month ago. But beyond that, we just made sure that everything was done correctly, and then. I mean, he's kind of a loner himself. He doesn't really talk to many people, but he's still friendly enough.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Elise.
You're welcome.
And I'll look at the other guy and be like, can I take a look around the property?
Yes, absolutely. I know you're from the Legion, so I'll help you. My name is Bobby, and I'll help you with whatever I can.
All right, Bobby.
While this is all going on, I'm just keeping an eye on our new friend. How does he look? What I'm getting at from a technical standpoint, out of character is, I know you have a level of fatigue. Can I physically see that that's happening to him?
This will be up to Mike if he wants to. It's just more being a little bit tired.
Well, I mean, he's kind of covered up. Because when he came out, he's got like his goggles on and his hood is down, and he's kind of like, I mean, you'd have to like get in front to like actually look at him because he's got like a long, like.
So
Attention,
ultimately, it's up to you, Mike. But you say yes or no. But it could be the way you maybe carry yourself when you move. Maybe you move a little bit less. Maybe you have like winces of pain on your face. It's up to you how you want to. If you want to or not, I'll let you decide. Yes or no.
Sure.
Start building bridges, as you so put it earlier, of bonding or whatever. So while Bronx is talking with the townspeople, trying to get information, I'm just gonna reach over, and I'm in my human form right now, and I am going. Well, actually, I don't even have to reach. I can just do it from standing next to him, and I'm gonna use relief on him.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I can drag that into chat or whatever, but as long as the power activates, it'll remove.
Actually, roll the power, Jenny, and it puts it in chat.
Oh, if I roll the power, it puts
Yeah.
it in chat.
Like if you see the roll that Mike did for his psionics, it actually shows the spell he did.
I succeeded. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Jeez, I way succeeded. Oh, it doesn't put it in chat. It just says relief.
No.
But what it does.
The little link is there.
Oh, I see.
For me, it is.
Relief removes 1 fatigue level or 2 with a raise.
Right.
So his level of fatigue would be removed.
So, practice. How do you react when this woman heals you, essentially?
Just kind of look at her. Don't really say anything. But it's with less anger in his eyes. Like he acknowledges that you did something nice, but he's still like not happy with you.
Breadcrumbs. We're going breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Back to Bronx.
Okay, so I want to look around. I want to see if the apartment is dusty. If it looks like it hasn't been, basic things haven't been kept up. Dead house plants, that kind of thing.
When you go inside the house, you will notice that all of the plants in the house, which there are a couple, are very, very dry, not kept up, and even telltale, there is food left out. The fridge is open, and all the food in the fridge has become spoiled.
Okay. So he's been possessed for a little while.
Or gone for a little while.
And I'm gonna kind of float up a little bit and just start looking everywhere high, and start looking around to see anything that could be like on top of the fridge or on top of cabinets or.
Give me a notice roll there, Prithus.
Ooh! Oh, it was almost really good.
Nine.
9. And then while they're doing that, I'm going to go outside and investigate a little bit on the outside of the house.
All right, sorry, Jenny. What are you doing?
I'm going to go outside and look around the outside of the house while they're on the inside.
Okay. I want you, Jenny, to go ahead and give me a notice roll.
So I think for this, I'm actually going to go into my full cat form.
Okay.
So I'm going to become, and I was reading on it to refresh my memory, but when I go full cat form, it's the type of cat that I picked, which is an ocelot. So I'm actually a small cat. I don't know if you know what an ocelot is.
Yeah.
So that's what I am exactly. I look like an ocelot that you'd see out in the wild, and I'm gonna sniff around and look and see if, because it looks like he took quite a few things with him. So see if there's any tracks, look at the outside of the house, see if there's anything that stands out to me that's different, because now I'm remembering as well, there were marks carved into the tree trunks around that guy's house.
Yes.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start looking for those marks, maybe in the wood of the house or anywhere around. If I see, I know we couldn't discern what the marks were, or if they were a language or runic or what they were, but I want to see if I find those anywhere. And like I said, also looking for tracks. So I'll give you a notice roll. I'm going to Benny that.
Okay.
I think I can drop it right on. Yep. So let me put the original roll in. But I Bennied it, so. Okay, that is better. That should be +2. So it's 6 total. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll head back into the house. Still cat. Which I don't know that Bronx has even seen this before. And I'll nudge Bronx's hand or something, and then kind of head nod towards the back door. Go out that way, see if he follows me.
All right. Before I do this, while you two were looking around, Bronx, what were you doing?
I said I was seeing if there's anything out of place in the house, like
Besides
the
the
dust
plants
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't. All right, so I will go ahead. Ooh, kitty. Go ahead and follow the kitty.
All right. 1 second, Maddie. I'm giving you a message.
Okay, there are blood. Before I go follow the cat, I want to investigate the.
You ready to get into the blood marks?
Yeah, they look old. They look fresh.
They look fresh. As you walk over, you look that there are drips that go into the wash basin, and they've never been cleaned up. And there are mostly in the basin. There's some along the wall. This is like a normal sink. There is faucet handles and whatnot. And yeah, there's just some blood that's in it.
Is there like a trail leading away?
No, just like there's a puddle that just kind of, not a puddle, but it's like just drips. But it's only centered on the wash basin. You look around, there's none on the wall, there's none on the ground around the wash basin.
I look up.
You look up and you notice that there are actually a series of long scratch marks on the ceiling right above the wash basin.
You see Price just sitting there staring at them. Like,
Okay, I want to look. I want to follow the scratch marks.
The scratch marks only hit the ceiling, the corner, probably about 3 feet long, but the angle of it does lead down to the wash basin and the hole that's in the bottom of the wash basin. Give
Okay, I'll
me
go ahead and
real quick. Give me a repair roll. I'm gonna see what. I want to see what cut roll this might be good for. Let me see. Let me check. Yeah, this would be a repair roll. Give me a repair roll.
Maddie, are you using a dice tower?
I am.
So, Jenny, I actually have the thing to start ordering yours. I'm gonna start printing yours out actually tomorrow after if we had to have a game. So I have yours end of September. So everything ready to start going for yours.
Okay. Oh, okay. Did you see the one that Paul's making for me? He's gonna paint it and everything.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's really cool.
It is really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I got buy everything a couple days ago, so I'm gonna get that started printing out tomorrow night.
Okay.
Check your chat, Eddie.
Well, it seems our young Gregory was possessed by the same kind of snake that made these marks on the wall. That was in Elric's. And it seems But they originate in the corner and they go above the basin where we found the blood, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't follow them any farther than the corner. There's no window they may have.
No, it just
All right,
goes from the basin to the ceiling, and then it might have shot out from and then dropped down.
Oh, okay. So it might have shot out from the drain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there a plumber in town?
Well, actually, I do most of that because I'm small.
Do you have a drain snake?
Drain snake. Usually we have a plunger I could use. Don't really need a snake. The plunger, it's electronic. It does the job really well. Is something with?
Yes.
Do you need to get to the pipes or what's?
Yeah, I think something came out of the pipe, hit the ceiling, crawled back across, and stuck in our Vic's neck here.
If it came from
Bronson, pun because I can't think of one, puts on his sunglasses and starts playing The Who.
all of the water here comes from the oil field. I mean, that's the name of it, but it's actually a giant water basin now.
Okay. It drains there too?
Yeah, it's a processing facility.
Okay.
So, Prices would know that that robot had all the oil field stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Redania.
Okay.
Redania oil field.
Looks like he was in a slippery situation.
I feel like whatever's going on is coming from the on your oil.
Okay. With that, I will now go follow the cat. Seems like the kitty wants to tell me something.
So I'm gonna, as I head out, I'll pause briefly to look at all of the plants that were just absolutely trampled through, and you could look around and see that the plants outside of it are very well kept. And I'm just gonna continue in the direction that I see the tracks leading.
All right, I'll go ahead and follow.
So, as you're following the tracks, is a move in the straight direction it can go, and it's moving towards the south. Bobby, the assistant, is following you along, and he's going, well, what do you see? What do you see? You're walking with a weird purpose. And he follows all of you till you get to the edge of town. There's a wall there, and you notice that the wall here has been very, very cleanly cut.
Like this section of the wall looks newer.
No, it is old, same as the rest of the place. The wall around here is made up of the same thing. It is stone, not stone, but it's like brickwork back here. But the front of the wall is going to resemble the palisades of a wooden wall. And the brick wall back here, you can see the fine line of dust where some form of energy weapon made a round cut, a doorway, if it were.
Oh,
Is
actually,
the doorway open like a hole, or is it
It's
like
a hole.
we see?
But it's like someone cut it, removed it, and then put it back.
oh,
I open it.
It takes a little bit. After some give, you're able to push it outwards to the shock Bobby going, that's not supposed to happen?
And crawl through it.
Callie just thinks in her cat head, there's a lot of things going on that aren't supposed to be happening.
And that gets vocalized as a meow.
Sure.
And this, you can see the trail, the tracks from here, and they head in a beeline in the direction towards the south.
I'm gonna follow them for.
I'm gonna stop
You know what? I'm gonna take to the sky. I'm gonna fly up and see how far these tracks seem to go.
So the area around, so the ground between the walls and the start of the tree line is about 200 paces, 200 feet. After that, it just goes straight into essentially woodland.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of stop you and start headed back towards town. Actually, at this point, I would feel like most of my investigating is done, so I'll go back into my human form.
Maddie, go ahead and give me a notice what -2.
Notice at -2?
Yeah.
Man, that D6 is rolling really good today. My wild die. That should be a 6, Paul. For whatever reason, and take the -2. Okay.
So when I go into my human form, I want to look at the guy that's kind of tagging along with us from the town, and I'm just gonna say,
Bobby.
"Have you ever heard?" Huh?
Bobby.
Bobby. I'm gonna say, have you ever heard of the Redania oil fields?
Yeah, that's where all the water comes from. It's actually to the south of town.
It's that direction.
Yeah, actually it is. You think Gregory went there? Why?
Yeah.
Why would he go there though? I mean, all the water. It's all automated over there.
Listen, Bobby, there's a lot of very weird things going on, some of which we just don't have answers for yet. So just know that anything that seems weird probably happening, right?
Yeah. This...
So he went there. I don't know why, but he did. We're gonna try to figure it out.
All right, I'll tell Jason. We might have found what he is. I don't really want to leave. I don't want to go out too far from here. I haven't really gone to the forest at all, so I'm gonna go back.
Okay, but you guys need to stay in town. Let us handle it. This is why we're here. We will go.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm not gonna go. I'll make sure everyone's gonna stay here. I'm gonna go. And he just runs away, just nervous.
All right, back to the guys.
You want to go right now?
What?
You want to go right now?
Right now.
What time is it? Jim?
It's around 3 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, we got time.
We got time. We have a vehicle with a big ass gun on it. We'll be fine.
We also got, Mr. Explodey over here. Sorry, Brythus.
Plus, we want to try and save this one instead of outright murdering him.
We didn't murder the last one.
Says the murderer.
Whoa.
Murder who? Murder who? It's not
Okay.
our fault we used Mind Thrust, literally the most powerful level 1 Mystic spell, onto level 1/3 creatures.
Well, it's the only spell I have. Anyway, I get back to the ATV and climb up to my normal perch up at the top.
Okay.
All right, I fire it up and start heading towards the oil field.
And it starts up, and you start heading off towards the oil fields.
Soon as get out of town, I'm going to go back into half cat form. Sorry, I have to state what form I'm in because it affects my stats. So that's why I'm letting you know.
Yeah, my stuff affects my stats, so I have to call it out.
Yeah.
Brythus is just wondering why you guys are in town. As he slowly goes after you. Get it?
God damn it, stop.
All right.
Smartest bunch, are you?
What?
Said you guys aren't the smartest bunch, are you?
You're not the smartest. You probably followed us. Get in.
Someone got to keep you guys out of trouble. Pull yourselves up.
I really hope there's not some couples therapy going on right here.
Maybe a little bit. Hello. I mean, he was talking to you when he said so.
Yeah, but she snapped back pretty quick.
Anyway, get in. Let's go.
Don't rush me. And he gets it.
Once on board the mounted ATV, engines fired up, and you start taking it on a course, not quite straight towards the oil refinery because of the terrain around. The terrain of Rift's Earth is not that of normal Earth. When these portals opened up, that brought in a bunch of different things. It also brought in the climate and the landscape. And so you might have areas of tree line and grassland, and then patches of large swaths of desert. In fact, you come across one of those. As you're going across, you try to find a route through this tree line, through all these trees, Bronx, when all of a sudden you're hit by a large, probably about a mile in width area of just desert.
Like a sand pit?
No, just desert. Just cactuses, everything, and it's just a rift. You would know. This is what happened. A rift opened up here that brought in part of a desert.
Yeah, just keep going. Do you need a driving roll?
No. You're going good. And as you are driving...
Hey, Callie, keep an eye out for sandworms.
As you're driving through, you pass that, and eventually, after about an hour and a half of having to navigate the terrain, you get to the first line of sight from the ground of this grouping of structures. And you're seeing that there are several large actual drums that are probably about 15 feet in height by maybe 40 in diameter. There's 6 of them. There is a large building that is situated at the edge of those. So it's a group of three and three of these old drums, these giant drums, a building right next to them, then a large water basin next to that.
All right, so we'll go towards the main building.
Leave the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll get out and follow.
Alright.
I'll float on out.
You know you're not slow, right, Mike?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, all this movement I am doing is slow, but it's not like my top speed.
Okay.
Like I'm moving just like with them, if not like a little bit behind them. Like kind of dragging along with them, but not like if I have to, I can go a lot faster.
Okay.
Because my pace is 8, my run dice is D10.
Because I have fleet-footed, so my pace increased by 2. So I don't know if it says my pace is here, but I don't know if that added the +2.
It might be 8. It might not have taken over correctly. So as you're moving towards this building, you're seeing that it's not damaged at all, but there are a lot of things missing. You're seeing that parts of the building itself has been scavenged, but in a very, very clean manner.
Okay. Is there a doorway?
There's a door to this building. Now, as you're approaching, what are you doing, Collie?
While I'm looking around, we know that all the tracks lead here already. So I'm not too concerned with that, but I am looking for movement. You know, you would think that a water processing plant would have some sort of workers or something around, and it seems weird to me that there's nothing. So I would definitely be looking for people to see, where is everybody? Why is there no movement or workers or anything around? Or is there?
Give me a notice roll.
Oh, hold on. Are they all grouped together, or are they in different, like around the basin?
All together.
They're all together. They all come from generally the same area and go to the edge of the basin right at the same area.
Yep.
So I'll say over here, and I'll head towards that. But I don't see any people walking around or anything.
The water is murky. And as you're looking, you see that the way the basin is made, it is level, and then it shapes down at a 45-degree angle. You can't see the bottom because it's too cloudy to see down there. But as you're watching, trying to get a vague sense of how deep it might be, you see the top of the heads of 4 people standing there.
In the basin?
Under the water.
Under the water. Not moving?
But the thing is, they're not in a position of drowning or free floating. All that you see is only 3 right now. We'll say 4. They all are standing side by side in a small formation, hands down to their side, all facing the same direction.
Nose and mouth above water or below?
Below.
So then it would lead me to believe that they're drowning, but they aren't showing any signs of drowning, right?
And they've probably been here for a while.
Oh boy. Guys, got some bodies down there. Don't know if they're live bodies.
Well, you might want to check it out. I can't swim.
I will climb down. If I can, I'll climb down towards the bodies.
That's
Can I
just-
climb?
You
that's
don't need to
just
climb,
time-
you just walk into the water.
Oh.
Oh, I could just like walk down?
Yeah. It's a 45-degree angle.
I want to get as close to them as I can without actually touching the water.
They're all underwater.
But can I get close to like reach out and touch one without touching the water?
So what you expect, they're probably about 5 feet under the water and about maybe 20 feet outward. And they're just standing there, completely still. All of them are just looking in one direction.
Not want to get into that water. So I'm gonna do kind of like I did in the town. Looking at, again, I'll get right up to the edge of the water. I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna use mind reading on the closest one to me. See if there's anything in his head or if there's anything.
Go for it.
Show me the, okay.
You're getting nothing. Like they're dead.
Oh, shit. Callie, get back away from the water.
So yeah, I'll pull up. Nothing in their heads, but the guy in town was like that too, so
Hey, get away from the water.
No, right back. I had a phone call. Right back.
Okay, since we got the second, so with my psionics, how do they come back? Do they just generate over time, or?
one PowerPoint every 10 minutes.
Okay. We gotta figure out how long it's been because it could regenerate.
So to not, what I've done, because I've played a lot of characters in Savage Worlds that have powers, is to not bog down the game. I just use my best judgment. You know, I just use,
But he said we drove for like an hour though, right?
right.
Yeah.
I mean, when I hear things like that, I'll just automatically restore my powers. So like, I cast relief on you. And I just decided while we were driving out here and investigating and everything that definitely took up 10 minutes. So I gave myself that PowerPoint back. And then I just now took one away for...
Yeah, I just didn't know how... I remember you telling me that they generate over time. I just didn't know what that time was.
Yeah. So one every 10 minutes. And like I said, not to bog the game down, I just use common sense to just kind of keep track of it myself. Paul isn't really too worried about that kind of stuff. He knows we're not trying to cheat, so to speak. You know.
Make sure. Because I used 6 of them, so I needed to...
Yeah. I think that those are more so, that mechanic is more so in combat. You can't just...
Bam.
Yeah, you can't spam them. You have to use them a little sparingly in combat and stuff.
Okay, and then the other one, it says range, and it says like my smarts times 2, so that make it like 20 feet,
Well, what's your smarts?
and a D10.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. So, I'll back up from the water. When I call that out and then Bronx says get back from the water, I will back up to the top where we're at. Oh,
Guys are walking. They're walking
Oh.
toward.
Oh, okay.
hey.
Which direction are they moving?
Towards you. Emerging from the water. In unison, in sync, are 6 individuals.
Only saw 5.
6 walk out. The water is murky, the water is dirty, so you couldn't really see fully. They walk out and they form a line. And they all stop about, let's say, 20 feet away from all of you if you backed up. And they all, with the arms at their side, they just look at all of you.
Guys, we
The
might
heads
be-
turn at one time, and they all look at Prithus.
Guys, we might be dealing with some sort of hive mind here. Which means Stefan Queen. I don't know if these people can be saved, but I would think that's our best bet. And then they all look at Prithus, and I'm like,
What did you?
I don't know what's going on. I've never been here before.
I'd like to insight check that.
does he have a worm thing in him?
What?
As you can see.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
He's wearing a cloak and a hood, so you wouldn't know.
I'm speculating that at this point because they all looked at you. Are you the big bad?
What? Are you stupid? I just tried to save people. Oh wait, was that in character or out of character?
It's out of character.
No.
But I mean, I might like pretend to save people to keep up the act.
What? I'm not a bad guy. Well, I mean, he's not a bad. I don't know how to put this. Like, he's not a bad guy, but he's kind of shady, I guess.
So
Just because you are a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy.
Yeah. Like, I'm a bad guy that's not a bad guy. Like,
I'll look at. Are they still staring at him?
Yeah. Unmoving, just looking at him. And their eyes, their heads go downwards, like their eyes are straight. They can't move in their sockets. They just veer down towards his feet. All of them are looking at Prithus's feet.
can I look down at my feet? Is there anything by my feet?
No. You're just floating there.
I pull my laser rifle and I shoot right beneath his feet. He's floating.
When you pull your laser rifle and you shoot, they immediately start walking towards you.
I get in a defensive fighting stance right next to him.
I kind of like.
I do my Cyber Knight stuff. Cyber Sword.
I'm gonna call out to them and see if there's any reaction or anything. Hey,
They're 20 paces away. They ignore you.
What?
They get to 19 paces away.
I keep backing up.
18.
What do you?
Yeah, I'm floating away from where he shot.
Yeah.
My feet, so.
What? Hey, what are you guys doing here? What is going on?
As you're backing away, Maddie, are you backing away also from them?
Yeah, I start flying and back up.
Okay. When you take to the air, they all stop. Their heads turn to look at you now.
I don't think they like flying things.
Or maybe they do like flying things. Hey, I know it's probably useless, but I'm gonna call it again. Are you alive?
No reply.
No.
In one brief moment, all 6 of them violently burst as the back of their bodies burst outward as that same mechanical snake erupts from all 6 of them
Oh,
out
we
the
couldn't.
back of their body, breaking whatever form. Instantly know they're dead when this happens. As these erupt out, they'll hit the ground, and they immediately form into one.
Oh.
Snake Mecha.
Do you want to talk now? Since I'm still backing up. Since I'm the only one who's on the ground.
I'm cyberniting, so I've got my armor up, my sword out. I'm ready to go.
What'd you say, Mike?
Like 6 inches off the ground.
Well, where's me?
And I'm probably shorter than you.
I'm actually really small.
Yeah, so am I. I'm like 4 foot.
Oh yeah, you are smarter than me. How am I?
Did I end up with the midget part?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like 5 foot. So I mean, I'm not.
So you're like your size in real life.
Actually, yeah. Yeah. But when I go into my half form, which I am right now, I'm a little bit taller.
All right.
You 1 second.
Oh, you know what we didn't do, Paul?
What?
Adventure cards. I don't know if you're using those. I thought we used them last time.
We
but
are, and I have to put them in. I haven't done it yet. So while I get this ready, I'm gonna do it right now.
So,
Everyone, look at your adventure cards while I get this battle map ready.
wait, what do you push? Shift? No. Alt? No. Control? No.
How do I get this?
Oh, I got a really good card, you guys.
How do you see your card?
Go to the very last tab on your character sheet. It's adv.cards. It's adventure cards.
Got it.
And then if you hover over it, the dialogue will pop up in the top there.
I got it.
Don't. Oh, okay. I was gonna say don't say it out loud because Paul can't know what we have.
I mean, you can tell me, but I think it's more funny if you don't tell me.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back in a minute. Ow. I'm still listening though, so if we go into combat, I'll know.
Ah, this works.
Morsey, what are you doing? You wiggle. You wiggle. You can still wiggle. You know? Good. Come on. Come on. Oh, don't be lazy, girl. Come here. Hey. You lazy.
No.
how much this is.
Nobody likes leg day.
No one what?
Likes leg day. Started working out. Yesterday
Yep.
was leg day. And I'm a fat guy.
Bless yourselves.
Do I have to,
Oh yeah, unlock tokens. All right.
when I move them, do I have to like push something to get to move?
No, you just drag around to move, then I approve it. Once the battle map starts. Once the battle starts.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Bronx,
Please.
it's on you.
Does this thing appear hostile?
So what you're looking at right now is this thing right here.
I know you guys.
Give me a second, and I'll show it.
Yeah, and can you reshare the map, please? Because I accidentally closed it.
Sure. I'm gonna share what it looks like real quick though.
Okay. You no longer are free. I found the map.
Alright, well, I shared it anyways.
It's 9.
Alright, so...
And it does look hostile. The thing is, it looks like it's staring at you. It is staring at you.
Alright. So... Okay, so I have my cyber armor's up. My cyber sword is out. Them are 2 free actions. I'm going to attempt to wild attack this thing.
Okay.
Let me grab my book to remember what wild attack actually is.
It's +2 to hit, +2 to damage, but you're also vulnerable, so everyone gets +2 to hit you.
Okay. So I'll fly in.
But we can also add it automatically by adding the effect of wild attack, so it'll do it automatically for you.
So how do I do that?
I'm adding it right now to make it easy. There you go. If you have the copy tracker open, you'll see it.
Okay.
So don't include the damage; it does automatically once you put it in the thing.
All right. Fighting snake. And D6.
Oh boy, that thing looks great.
That is a raise.
All right, it will automatically do the raise damage, correct?
I think I'll ask you to input it. I believe. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. You'll find out. It should ask you for 3d6 though, or whatever. It should ask you for the extra d6 on this. Like, double click on the damage, and it should ask you.
And it should be 4d6, 3d6, because my Scythe Sword does 2d6 naturally.
We have to be careful.
So 3d6.
Yeah.
Haven't
Whatever. I'll just total in the other d6. Not that big a deal.
Oh yeah, no. That's why I
16. And 16. Yes, sir.
Alright, so as you come swinging in, your sword strikes the side of this bodied snake, and just shower of sparks. As you just leave a line of energy with your blade, but you have not cut into the metal of the snake. Right. I think Maddie's done.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Alright. It is going to return and actually grab you. Maddie, give me a athletics roll.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm. I get to do the first roll of the game! Finally. Right. It was actually an 8, but it goes in to try to coil around your leg, Brox. And as it starts to grab you, to entangle you, you're able to kick it out and keep yourself away from being grabbed by this thing.
Okay. 1 second, guys. Hey. Easy. Sit. Sit. Hey.
Actually,
Sorry.
Maddie, you actually are grabbed. I forgot
Okay.
you have vulnerable from your wild attack, so I actually did roll a 9. So it goes in and it grabs your leg, and as it did that, it brings you to the ground and starts to pull itself and you.
So let me ask you a question, Paul. Would that attack count as an electronic attack?
I want to say no because it is grabbing you.
It's just
But
the
it's an
breath.
electronic being.
There's an electronic being.
I don't know what to do with it. I would just be quiet.
For right now, I'm gonna say no, but I'm actually gonna look this up because this would be relevant to this. It's not shooting or anything. It is trying to grapple you, which I'm gonna say no for this for right now. Right. As it does, it starts to pull you. How do I do my own movements? There we go. All of you watch, we two watch as Bronx comes in to hit the thing with his sword, scrapes off the side of it, but doesn't actually get a blow on it. It comes in and actually grabs the leg of Bronx, hits him on the ground, and then drags him like a snake through the front door of this building.
All right. I am going to run.
Save me, Callie. Save me.
So that means I can move 10.
Total? Yes.
So I guess I could get there.
That you can.
I can't double run, can I?
No. It's as far as you can move. Kali, when you burst through the door, and also you notice yourself, Bronx, the interior of this place has been torn down surgically. And the interior of this place has several dozen examination tables. And on the tables are various humans and DBs, aliens. And they are being examined in a surgical fashion.
Okay. That's not good.
Okay, so then I don't know how this would equate to that, but also, Paul, I was a little bit closer than they were when we started. I don't know if that would get me the extra that I need to get up to it, but
I can
it's
move
not-
you one, but
Okay. Not gonna too much then.
I can move you there.
If I can't get to it, it doesn't matter. So then I have a gun. Oh wait, I have a jump ability.
Jump rope. So jump. So I can look this up. Jump will never take you past your furthest movement you can do.
Jenny's got a gun.
So even if you jump, it'll only be up to 10 inches right now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this thing is built for speed.
So, Paul, so you know,
Yeah.
any electronic technology-based attack. So if it's a machine, it's technology.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. I'll drop you here. You're along the table right here.
So I guess in that case, just because, again, it's been a little while and I don't really remember the rules. Does it cost me an action to pull my gun out?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot it then, but of course I have the run on there, so it's a multi-action, right?
It has a penalty, yes, for -2.
Okay. So I think I have the run button clicked already.
Yep, that's how you rolled it.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and try and shoot it. It's probably not going to go well. Ah. So.
Remember, shooting is much easier than fighting.
It's gonna be. See, it didn't add in for the run. That's actually a 1. But, yeah, that ends my turn.
All right, Priceless, it's on you.
Okay. If I get right there, Bronx, or do I have to go in?
To see
You
Bronx?
didn't-
Yeah. Well, because I want to cast.
You'll see it from there.
Okay, I want to cast deflection.
Okay.
Oh. Okay,
Well, it
then.
is definitely a raise.
So look at your spell, and it'll tell, or look at the power, and it'll tell you what happens on a raise.
I already applied it.
I know it's a -2.
It's a -4 on a raise, yes.
On a raise.
So this thing's got a total of -6 to hit me.
It does now.
And then, pretty sure that might be it, right? Because I did, I forgot how the actions go, but I'm pretty sure.
You can do up to 3 actions, as well as a move, even a run, but you have to declare up front what you're going to do, because it has penalties to all the actions once you do it.
Oh. Well, I was just gonna, if I could move closer, but this is fine. I'm good.
All right, so top of the round 2 is Priceless. It's on you.
Oh,
I'm gonna expect it to reroll my initiative card.
Okay. Don't go yet, Priceless, because she might get a Joker. Or she'll get a 7. Or a 4, whatever it was.
in my aura, it's like the heat, like displacement
Yeah,
that goes around him. That's what
sounds
the,
good. You have a haze of heat around you, Maddie.
Okay.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Oh. I can get there, see it, right?
You'll see it, yes. At this point, you also see all the examination tables in here.
No. Okay. I'm going to. How do I lock on character?
Hold on, left control, and click it.
Okay. And then I'm going to flame bolt. Try.
All right. What's it look like when you throw this thing?
It's just my hand just bursts into a big flame ball. I just like.
Got
and
it.
just
Roll
like
the
a
attack.
Mini flamethrower coming from my hand.
That will be a hit.
Okay. Damage. Oh,
And that did nothing. So the flame comes in and it strikes the metal of it, and it just engulfs it in heat, fire, and it just fades away.
okay.
It now moves here. And then its rear end, its tail, lifts up, so it's resting on the middle of its body, and both sides go to strike each of you individually.
Well, technically my parry right now is pretty high, so I'm good.
Oh, my parry's not correct. Your parry is your fighting, correct?
+2. Half your fighting +2.
Oh, half fighting plus
Yeah.
2. Okay, so
That's
that's correct.
And he has at least a -4 to Bronx.
-6.
Alright, so there's a complete miss to Bronx. Then it is going... You know what? I'm going to use a Benny. I'm going to use a Benny.
Get them all out of the way now.
Damn, I was so close to that 10. Alright, I'll keep the Bennies from here. The second tail end is going to try and hit Kali. Wow, my rolls are bad today. Both ends try to come and strike both of you, and both of you are able to deflect it and dodge those blows. Kali, it's on you.
Alright, I'm gonna try and claw the crap out of this thing twice. So I get the -2 for the offhand, but not for the multi-action.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna claw. So I'm gonna roll the first one at normal.
Does she get ganging up?
She does, +1. It should include it in the roll, since she's next to it. We'll see, but it should.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's gonna be enough either way. Miss?
Yep, parry's 8, so he did miss.
Alright, so I'll do my next one at -2, which it did not put the +1 in there. So I'm going to just do a -1.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next one. Got a 6 on the D6. That's another 6. Oh, that's another 6.
Well, that's going to be a hit, definitely.
Lies.
That's a 5.
Cheating.
So what did I rolled?
Just put in 20, just get the raise in there.
3. Jeez.
Alright, and then roll damage with the raise.
Right. So D12 and 2D6. It did not put the raise in there automatically.
Okay.
So it's a D12 and 3D6. I got 1 6. That's another 6. Oh, fuck.
Wipe it out, Callie.
4 6. Okay. 29, 33, 38, 46.
Well,
Holy crap.
let's go to explode.
Shit. What is 46 minus 13 is...
33.
Okay.
Well, that being 8 wounds, I am right about to look at that damn thing. So this thing gets obliterated by Kali coming in.
Holy Jesus. I love this game so much. Murder queen.
You come in, and you tell me how you break this thing apart. What do you do, Kali, to absolutely
Okay.
demolish this thing.
So I grab onto it with one swipe, and because I missed the first one, right? So my intention is to grab and like rip it, but because I missed with this one, I pulled it more than I intended to and just ripped it in half, kind of on purpose, on accident.
Purposely, accidentally.
Purposely, accidentally, just wires and whatever just hanging out. And I got like one piece in one hand and the other one's like attached to a claw because I, didn't really get this hand in as well as I wanted to. And I'm just kind of like, oh, whoops. You're fine. I'm sorry,
And,
Paul.
Utterly, no, it's all good. It utterly demolished. It's not a boss, so it breaks apart. All pieces fall to the ground. At that point, you can hear the machinery inside this place as things are moving about. You see, there are about 24 tables, all metal, all surgical metal tables, lined up in neat rows. You see the interior walls had different sections, all cut to allow one giant open space. On these tables are machines that are dissecting and taking apart individuals on all these tables.
People?
Are they
Aliens, no animals, all people. Most are dead, clearly. Some are being dissected currently, still alive.
Oh gosh, I run over to anybody who looks like they're alive.
In the middle of the room is an individual. He looks like this. Actually, I'm going to close the map. Now you close the urban map. You see this individual.
Ooh.
He is not chained, but he's held in a spread eagle position, vertical, as a couple machines are putting needles in his head.
Oh, I ran
And-
over.
Let me describe it. You
Okay.
see that he is mumbling. There is drool coming from his mouth. As this is occurring, there is the Eldritch Energy. This is a ley line walker, and they are essentially the wizards or one of the wizards of Rifts. And there are energies all around him. And you see that as you're rushing forward, Kali, one needle goes into the side of his head, and you hear him just kind of moan. As this happens, you're rushing forward.
Yeah.
Bronx, what are you doing?
Seeing what's happening, I'm going to start destroying the machinery. So I'm going to use my cyber sword. I'll spend a PowerPoint so it does gritty damage and hack apart the machine that's using the needles.
Okay, so you two are running forward towards this guy then.
Yeah.
Okay. Prentice, what about you?
Yeah, I figured that I would be just looking at everything, trying to get everything down, seeing if I could find power sources, like following like the magnetic line that I might be able to see, the electromagnetic lines, to see if I can find like a power source to the machine to try and control.
So you see the lines of energy being drawn and used. It's all going to the central machine that is poking needles into the guy's head that Brox and Collier are running towards.
Yeah, I think like as soon as I would see that, I would just try and like hit it with the fire, one of my fire bolts to try and put the power off. So, I mean, it might be this. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna kill them or not, or these people that are still alive. But like in my head, I'm thinking we need to stop it. So.
Okay. So as Collie and Brox run forward, you want to throw a fireball at this machine?
Do it. Do it. We'll be fine. Do it.
Sure.
Okay.
Did you really just say that out loud, Jen?
Give me a bolt roll. All right. You see the machine, you take it, and you throw this ball of fire at this very, very vulnerable machine. As it comes in, it hits this other machine. You see kind of where it's being powered by using your sight. And it hits the machine. The machine explodes outwards in shrapnel. All the delicate equipment on the machine that was a surgical machine, the largest one in the building that's poking this guy, all break and shatter, but not in time. As you stop the machine, but whatever was happening to this man that was being experimented upon, this Leyland Walker, well, their name, because it's not explained ley lines. Ley lines, as mentioned, are the energy that is made up of essentially pure magic. And as mentioned in my little intro, when they cross paths, they make a nexus. Well, some very, very, very powerful Leyland Walkers can use their magic to actually make a ley line or make a nexus or a rift. As this machine breaks, this man on the machine who has been drilling and looks like full of drugs, needles all in his head, goes "Ah!" as all of the papers, all of the, not papers, but all of the loose objects in this place start to rise up. And then the building literally explodes outwards, throwing all of you to the ground as a rift opens up right above them. And I'm going to show you what a rift looks like. So this, Mike, is a ley line. You can see them at night clearly, and during the day, some of the larger ones are visible. So that right there I just showed you is a ley line, what they look like. They can stretch miles long, and they can be anywhere from an inch in width to miles in width, also in height. Now where they meet, like this image, this is a nexus and a rift. And a rift can look like this. So I'm showing a bunch of images right now. Where you'll see the landscape, you'll see another landscape behind it. Or you will see something like this. And you somewhat see this. Not this being though, but as this portal opens up, this guy yelling, he gets crushed immediately as a foot crushes him. As something falls through the rift. And it's a large robot. And what it looks like is this.
Of course, it's a Yoshi.
The leg crushes this guy. The building gets exploded because of this giant rift. And as quickly as it happened, the rift closes as the guy dies. And then as the rift closes, it cuts off these two individuals climbing it, one in a red hat, one in a green hat, leaving just a leg behind.
I mean, we were looking for a plumber earlier. You did. Your audio didn't come through.
Different. The jump sound that I hate that, you know, whenever Mario jumps, just getting cut off short as it's
like,
You see
Okay.
his foot is twitching a little bit, and it just goes still.
and this giant thing that came through.
Is now gone.
So the rift opened and then reclosed on the giant monster thing, and all that
Because
was
when it
left there.
killed the ley line walker, he was the one powering the ley line. When he died, it closed back up.
So there's nothing in the room now, right?
The roof of the building is gone. The side walls are all destroyed. As, well, a lot of the people around have been killed by this. So the tables have been turned over. There's still a couple of tables still working on people. But they're quickly losing power from when Mike blew apart the entire thing.
Just gonna say new murder queen.
That's fine. But hold on. Michelle's got something for you.
Oh, when you did the Mario, I said, what kind of material are Mario's overalls made out of? Denim.
Wow.
And I know you guys
So, like,
Denim. Sorry.
these guys that are still alive that are being worked on, like, they're gonna die, right?
They're dead.
Some might, most of them are clearly gonna die just from the wounds they have suffered.
I'm gonna go through and just like end it quickly for as many of them as I can.
Okay.
I'm going to try and heal as many as I can before he murders them.
I'd imagine he would go to the ones that will look like they can be saved,
Yeah.
and he'll probably save them, but the ones that are clearly,
Yeah.
like you'll see people are still alive with the organs taken out and placed and being prodded and poked by these machines.
Yeah, I'm talking like the ones that there's like, just they have this ants.
I
It's
have
better
that.
than-
Maybe I could. Um,
I'm pretty smart, so I'm pretty sure I know which ones work it.
when this building like blew up from the rift that opened, did we? I mean, we're right at the center where the rift. Not that I want to, TPK us, but don't look at me like that.
It was the force of the rift itself opening up is what destroyed the building. So be able to get through most of the debris for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're unprotected, might be a little hurt, but I imagine all of you are able to be somewhat fine.
Yeah, I guess at that point, then I'll just start looking around the room. One, to see if any of the machines are still moving. And two, to see, firstly, to see if there's anybody who looks like they can be saved. Then maybe get them patched up and ask some questions or something from there. I don't know.
As you're attending to the people that you can save, ones that are clearly beyond saving, I would say Practice can put them out of the misery. If then you hear a voice reverberating from outside, the work will not be stopped.
I run outside.
I follow.
After seeing this, I don't know, nightmare of people being taken apart and like the suffering and stuff that was going on in this room, as soon as I hear that voice, I book it towards it.
As you run outside, Brox and Prentice, what do you two do?
I follow her.
Yeah, I'm following.
You rush outside, As you rush out, Kali, you come towards where are the 6 oil drums. You hear the noise coming from the area, but you don't see anyone.
I just yell out, "Show yourself!"
You have already seen. The work will not be stopped. Bipedal life forms on this planet are of the same.
At that point, can I hear where it's coming from?
It's coming from the vibrations of, you can see the walls of the oil drums vibrating, which is causing the noise.
I fly back to the truck and man the cannon.
No, there's still people in there alive. So I can't tell where the voice is actually coming from then.
It's coming from the building.
That we were in?
No. The oil drums are vibrating in a way to give it voice.
Oh,
Think of it as like a giant speaker.
okay. Can I smell anything?
You don't smell anything besides the unfortunate people behind you inside the building.
Can I see anything with my infravision?
All of the drums are hot.
Can I go over to the drums?
As you move closer, you hear the voice again. Life forms of this planet will be purged.
Life forms?
Bipedal life forms, not worthy of life.
Not worthy of life. Okay.
At that moment, all 6 of the oil drums explode outwards like a giant leaf, unfold, and there are cradles in all of the 6. And in those cradles are that same flying robot that you saw at the Newwood town, the farmer Ulrich, the same one that you blew apart. There are 6 of them, each lined up facing the sky, and they all burst into immediate speed upwards.
Shame we don't have our gunslinger to shoot him down.
Yep.
I was gonna say, how close was I to him?
You're probably close to 1, but all 6, there's no way.
Okay. Can I don't know if telekinesis would work for that. But can I grab one?
Give me a roll, and let me make a decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and jump up and latch onto one and grapple it as well.
I'll use my cyber speed to attempt to fly at one. Cut it down.
What's your speed, Maddie?
I've got 8 plus a D10 run die.
Give me athletics roll, a -2. Same with you, Jenny.
Actually, to grapple it, yeah?
Yeah.
See? Okay.
Oh, easy. All right, so Mike, you don't have a raise with your telekinesis, so roll me a d10.
Just a flat D10?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You try to grab one, and it takes off in the sky. Bronx, you try to grab one next to you, and just the power of his engines keep you from holding it too long, and he just scrapes off into the sky.
Well, I wasn't trying to grab it. I was trying to cut it.
All right. Jenny, same thing with you. Maddie, go ahead and give me a attack roll.
I'll Benny mine if I need to.
Yeah,
Right.
need 8.
8 and 8. I'll Benny mine and try again.
Yeah, can I use the Benny?
Sure. Now, I will say though, there are 6 of us, so 3 will get away, just because you can't get to them.
I rolled lower.
Oh.
All right. Brox, you're able to get a hit onto one of them. Go ahead and give me an attack. Give me a damage roll.
All right.
You guys heading out?
Well, we're gonna wait for Holly, but yeah.
So he says,
17, 23,
like I said, if
26.
All right. You get a clear kill on this thing. How do you want to do it?
I just drive my sword into it and cut it straight down the middle.
Okay. When you cut it straight down the middle, you puncture the glass container holding the core, and it explodes, throws you completely backwards.
Okay.
Since you're at the brunt of this one, though, I'm going to go ahead and do this to you, potentially.
Is deflection still up?
It lasts 5 rounds, I believe. It says direct 5.
Deflection gives you a chance of... I'm going to treat it as
Right,
armor. I'm going to treat it as armor for you.
Okay.
Oh, I see a lot. Maddie.
Right. You take a total of 27 damage from this. Take your armor and add the +4 from the deflection.
So my armor, 17, so 21.
Right, this was 27, so you take 1 wound.
Take 1 wound?
Yeah.
All right.
So you take 1 wound as the core erupts from you hitting down the middle, breaking the glass container shield, and it erupts and the entire thing explodes from that. But it does believe the other 5 did erupt into the sky.
When I land after having missed the one that I was after, I want to, I don't know, look around and see if I can discern anywhere that voice might have been coming from. Are there any rooms or doors in this building that it looks like, I don't know, like an office type or something in here? Probably
there might have been office, but it has been, at this point, completely destroyed. It's been, the entire structure itself was removed to have the most interior space possible, so you won't find anything of that. As this has happened, you hear a feminine voice speak out. I went through a lot of trouble to track them down, and you bungle the fuck up with all these things. And you can see the person speaking. She has a bit of... Huh?
A bipedal creature?
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Take a note of that right now, because, you know, that thing just said whatever it said. Just trying to figure out what side she's on. That's all.
I followed these things through a rift and been trying to find one of their staging areas. And here comes the Legion, breaking things apart.
Coalition?
They have the Arcana of the Coalition.
I just turn around and I look at her, and I get very defensive very quickly. Are you on the same side as these things, or against them?
Well, they destroyed my entire planet, so that would be a no.
Okay. I relax a little bit.
Well, might as well say what I'm here for now, that this has been jacked up. My name is Ineska. Last name doesn't really matter anymore since where I come from is gone. What you just encountered is known as a mechanoid. And for your luck, only one of the fortresses came through during the rift that opened up. I was there in the battle, about to die. And now I'm on another planet that has life. But if you don't stop these things, there will be nothing walking around except for robots.
So the things that just escaped out of here. So from the behavior that we've seen so far, it seems like they're operating off of some kind of hive mind. Is that correct?
Because it's all one giant machine.
Right. Okay. So how do we destroy this thing?
It came through a rift that was 2 miles in diameter. One of their walking fortresses came through.
Okay. Do we know where it is?
No, I was almost killed during the rift whenever I was pulled through with these things. My planet was visited by a planet-sized vessel of theirs. Consumed the planet in a matter of days. I was on board one of the vessels to escape to another planet to try to form a stage of defense when some portal opened up and pulled myself, parts of my ship, and one of their machines through. And now I'm just trying to find where it's at so I can finish at least a part of the vengeance that my family has been going through from being eradicated by these damn machines.
Looks like we have a common goal then, Anushka.
Well, I think this planet is going to have a common goal pretty soon. Because right now they're trying to figure out people here. Seeing these dissection tables is trying to learn.
Would you be willing to come back with us and share any information that you have? We may have some tools at our disposal to help you and us eradicate these things.
No, I'm going to continue tracking what I can, but I can give you information about them as much as I know.
Well, if
Okay.
she's talking to them, I'm going to look around the ruins for the remains of Delta Team.
Where I was headed next.
You find them.
Yep.
There were 4 members of Delta Team. All 4 are here. And all 4 are beyond saving.
Now, I gather up the remains.
Put them in the bag with Hudson.
Well, Hudson's in like a hefty bag.
I'm sorry for your friends and everyone here. And this planet itself looks to be in a very, very strange position. I've never seen so many different forces, so many different races against each other on this planet.
Yeah. It's been a rough, few years for us here. Are you sure you won't come with us? I think that you'd be better off if you did.
You'd be better off coming with us to join the Tomorrow Legion.
Yeah.
These mechanoids can't stand. They're machines. They can't stand against the combined might of the remaining Cyber Knights. Not for very long.
Their single fortress that came through can destroy the entirety of the Cyber Knights. But they're under strength. They number in the billions. Their migrant fleet, or their fleet, numbers in the billions. But the fortress that came through only has probably several thousand right now. And they are rebuilding.
So if we know where they gather, I might know where to find a glitter boy.
We would need to know a lot of those.
The fuck, a lot of glitter boys?
Either way, one of the strongest weapons in anyone's arsenal is knowledge, and the knowledge that you can pass on to our forces would be irreplaceable, probably. I don't know how to put it. So
I went to the Coalition and learned the hard way that they don't believe me. In fact, they wanted to kill me once they saw my ears.
So, yeah, see, that's the problem. We went to the Coalition. We're with the Tomorrow Legion. It's a little different.
But the problem is the Tomorrow Legion doesn't have the strength to do any type of conflict, whereas the largest bodied armed force on this continent is the Coalition.
I hate to tell you, the Coalition just kill you outright.
I know.
Came through a whip.
I've experienced it.
You're lucky to still be alive.
You can give your Tomorrow Legion the information I was going to give the Coalition, and she hands you a very, very small computer.
Okay.
This is the detail of what my planet went through when they arrived. This has the schematics of what we know, what we did to fight back, and how fast we lost.
Oh boy. Sorry, what?
No, sorry. You can finish, Jenny.
Oh, I really wasn't going to say anything, other than, okay, we'll take what we can get. If you're not willing to come with us and give your first-hand advice or experience.
I can contact the computer. It does rely on more eldritch energies than the electronic, and I'll be able to send a message when need be. I see 5 of these machines have left. All 5 have to go somewhere. I'm gonna track those down, and I do not want to waste time.
It might be better if we just come with you then. What do you think,
I have
Ron?
to return these bodies.
What?
We have to return these bodies.
Oh, okay. Split the party. Alright, just kidding.
Whatever decision you want to make it fast. I'm going to leave here in 10 minutes. And she starts to go and scavenge whatever material she can get from these machines herself.
What if, okay, I know I said split the party as a joke, but what if we have Odo and Raja take this back take the bodies back, the information back.
If only Hudson was alive, he could return it.
Oh, if we hadn't killed off Hudson in the beginning of the session, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Ah,
No,
But-
but former players' characters must be retired in comical fashions.
But seriously, Odo and Raja could get this back there pretty quickly. Raj is just about as fast as the tank. And they could catch back up with us.
I don't want to make a call for him, so.
Maybe we should end here and wait for him to come back.
Probably might be the best thing.
Okay.
So before we end, I'm going to take some time to use my trauma kit and heal myself.
Heal you. I'll heal you.
Okay, so you have, if you try to heal me, you have a -2 to the roll.
Everybody's sneaky, apparently.
What?
I said everybody's sneaky, apparently.
Yep.
All right, now that I'm back on track, everyone gain a Benny.
Advance. Oh, gains
What?
a Benny?
Yeah, gain a Benny.
Oh, it is an advance.
Oh, cool, in advance. I have to do some research because I don't know what I want yet. So,
Well, good thing with the character sheet, you can now plan your character advancements. So,
yeah. Well, I'm still, like, because if this ends up being like we're going to do a hybrid game, I'm still going to run off my paper sheet over here.
well, if we're gonna leave the I don't want to do online. I want to do in person. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like
So
it
I've
better.
just got to go through the books and figure out what I want.
And I didn't know that thing could do this. If you add a PowerPoint to it, you can increase your pace by 2.
For what?
The healing power. So with 3 PowerPoints, if you cast it and with 4 PowerPoints, you can modify the target's pace by +or -2.
Let me see if they actually did curated power tables in this. I'm actually curious. Let me see.
See.
Hold on to that thought for right now, Jenny.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not using it currently for anything, but
But did I get healed?